made some good progress, but there's still
Didn't get shot at?
a long way to go.
Didn't get shot at?
No, we stayed away from that area, yeah.
So you said Sugar, right?
Chagru, yeah, that was a work party we had. And I've since been out to both, I guess I did the hatch slot the last time.
Yeah, you said you did the red trail, I think.
Red Trail, yeah.
Yeah.
I went to, I'm not prepared. Sabine, which I was really disappointed. It hasn't been used in a long, long time.
Although, Jim Ventris apparently walked there recently with his dog and he thought it had been used recently. Oh.
He lied. I spent 2.5 hours out there and cut many trees, and I only got to the red trail, primarily the red trail and the blue trail. Yeah, and
So there's more work to do?
yeah, there's a lot of washout at the parking lot.
The parking lot, the tiny little parking lot?
Yeah, that cul-de-sac
Really?
where the trail goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rob wants me to put a kiosk there, and I
Right.
talked to him about it, and he said he was gonna try to get somebody to go out there and do a little work on drainage so that.
Is that the parking lot that's at the end of Daniel Peck?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
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 That's always been a problem.
That's the only parking lot. I guess you can't come in off of Bashan.
Right, the other side.
Yeah, that's not open. But I cleaned it up pretty well. But it's disappointing because it's one of the.
It's a beautiful.
It's in the winter. You can see the reservoir and
Yeah.
everything, and it's a really great spot. And
It's a
just
beautiful-
not
I love
getting,
that trail.
It's just not getting used.
Yeah.
Well, I think part of the problem is the fact that the parking area is kind of small
Remote.
and awkward and,
It's remote
yeah.
too.
Well, I think the fact that it's on a dead end street and
Yeah.
people don't even really know that it's there.
Just
I
to
think.
get there,
We
you
need
know.
to advertise it more, maybe,
Yeah.
but.
And that's something that Rob mentioned too.
Yeah.
A little more visibility.
Maybe we should do some kind of an event there
in
or
the
something,
newspaper or something.
Yeah.
Is there a map that is specifically the open spaces in town? Does that exist?
It's
Yeah.
on the EDC has a brochure that lists all the
you-
businesses and it also has a map with a,
If you go to our town website, you have access to all these maps.
Okay.
Carolyn put them on.
yeah, they're all on our
Okay.
web,
Yeah.
under Conservation Commission.
Okay.
And which one, is this Sabine or?
Sabine.
No,
yeah.
that's not Sabine.
that's the one
You know
on the-
Sabine?
This is Sabine.
This is Sabine.
And the one you were just talking about, like Bashan, is it?
Chagru?
That,
No,
Where the reservoir
Sabine
oh, it's
is,
in the reservoir, that's in the reservoir.
yeah.
Yeah, it goes-
Bashan Road is one end of it, I think, is what they
Yeah,
say.
it's off of Basin Road. Or it, yeah.
If you come in
You
from
have to get there from Daniel Peck.
this end.
Okay.
this-
So there's no parking on the Bashan Road section.
No.
Yeah. But it's a really nice walk and it's a beautiful.
When
I
we
think
went
it's really
there
nice.
in the open
There's a big
space
beaver
committee,
dam, huge. There's actually two big beaver dams.
when I went there as a representative of the open space committee, the Cones let us park there, and that's how we looked at the property. We walked down his Woods Road and got to Sabine, but access to it is off of Daniel Peck.
The reason I asked,
You can't park there, you just.
You
get-
can.
You can?
Yeah, it's a
Daniel-
cul-de-sac.
Oh, okay.
At Daniel Peck, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
There's
park on
a
the street.
there's a gravel area for 2 cars,
and
but
there's
it's
a
been
little gravel area.
slightly washed out.
Daniel Peck, is that
So you
off
come
of?
in over here.
When, and this is a
It
black
is.
trail?
Yeah.
Well, that's no.
Does
What
it
is?
show up on that map?
You didn't do colors
I don't know.
here. You didn't do a color.
I didn't look at the map.
This is what color.
I just
This is what color.
wondered if it,
Forget what color that was.
It used to be
Well, let's see.
white and it's covered with blue.
It's
in
the
it.
white trail.
So did you
Oh,
tell
it's blue.
John that I
It was blue and then they put
babysat
white paint over it. It's 2 colors. I don't know, have you been out there lately?
It might be the blue and the white, and then one goes off.
No, no.
No?
It's been corrected in some
Oh,
form. Yeah.
really? Okay.
Yeah. I guess it's the blue. I guess it was painted white and now it's.
Then it looks like it goes in two different directions there.
And we have
And-
one issue with this bridge that's, this footbridge
Yeah.
has
Washed
been
out.
washed out and it's,
That's where the beaver dams
sitting
are.
like this.
Did you
I
see
didn't
this?
see beavers.
Oh, over here where the
Oh,
little
no,
pond or
no.
whatever that is, there's a big
I was
beaver
too busy
dam.
cutting trees.
No. And then there's that big giant tree here. Is that tree
Yeah.
still
No,
there? That's a
Rob
big.
said it's gonna stay there.
That's a giant
Yeah,
tree.
yeah, no,
It's
it's
a
gonna stay.
huge tree.
It's up or down?
It's up.
It's down, it
Oh,
fell
it's
across
down?
the road.
Oh.
It did
On the
fall.
other side,
it's
there's a
like
pile of napkins.
36 inches in
Wow.
diameter.
It fell. When did it fall?
Rob said he cut it up.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know
anybody
that.
want any trees?
That's a yes, right?
Yes.
So,
So, it looks like there are two separate areas, is that correct?
yeah.
Nice. I'll have to walk.
Well,
through.
there's a
It's a
footbridge
nice-
that connects the blue trail. See that, John?
No, but this footbridge is
Okay.
right here.
No, the
Oh.
other footbridge.
And then there's another one
Oh,
here.
okay.
That's the one that we had the problem with the Eagle Scout
That's the one, yeah.
project, yeah, where
I was
they,
just thinking about
One
that.
problem.
And this one is washed out, you said?
yeah.
It looks
So
great.
what do we do in that case?
Well, we have to
Another
rebuild
workday?
it, yeah, put another one there,
Bring the materials in?
yeah.
Carry them in? Okay.
Well, actually, you could probably get them in, could you get them in this way? You could probably, that's the way they got them in the first time, I think. They came in from
Oh,
that
did
road.
they?
Yeah, I think that's how they got them in the first
Well,
time.
with that big oak tree down, you can't pass through it anymore.
Yeah, maybe not. But you maybe you can get close? Can you get close
Yeah,
to the foot?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I just want to shore up what's there. I don't
Yeah.
want to build any more.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
it's just going to require carrying in some bricks or wood blocks or something and
Did we get napkins?
with
down
some
there?
I
shovels.
didn't, yeah.
Oh,
Stuff like that. Can I have that map back?
So
Are
let
you
us
done
see.
with it or?
Yeah.
So you're shoring up the bridge, is that what you're saying?
That's going to be one of my future
No.
work plans. Yeah.
Okay, to shore up the bridge, okay.
I just wondered if there were a kind of a simplified map showing in town where all of these spots are, if putting them in each of the kiosks, so if someone visits Sabine,
You
they
see
can
another
find out about other places
That's a good point.
that they might like to go.
Yeah, we could do that. We could
I think
put
there
it-
is such a map. I think I saw one at the Historical Society that has all the
Of all the open
Conservancy
spaces.
land and the open
You're
spaces.
doing that one for the EDC.
That's what I just said. Like, it's in the
Okay.
EDC
What is the
brochure.
EDC?
There's in the EDC Economic Development Commission. They did a brochure last year which had all the businesses in town, and they also had me do a map showing all the open space and the ones that had trails in it. So it's in there. It's in that brochure. I can bring them next time to our meeting because I had a bunch in my car.
That'd be great.
They're now in my garage.
So, yeah, so that's Sabine, and I went
But
out to,
getting back to Sabine, for the
Okay.
kiosk, we're gonna need a laminated map, I think, because you're gonna do the Lexian, right?
yeah,
So you guys, at some point, tell me the dimensions you're gonna have for the opening, so I can decide how big the laminated map needs to be and then get it laminated.
oh, I can tell you right now.
Okay.
I've made them already, the kiosks.
Okay, so what's the opening?
The opening is 29 by 46.
Okay. So, because
You're
what?
not gonna fill all that space, right?
No, I'll
No.
do the map and then
Yeah.
I'll do the
Yeah.
the descriptions of the trails. That's what we usually do, and then we have the rules, and then whatever space we need extra.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's I usually order those and get that done, and then when you're ready to install it, we could just I'll get you the maps and
Yeah.
stuff.
Excuse me, Marilyn, are you talking about the small trail maps?
No, but
these
we
are
do a
large.
larger one
Oh,
that goes in the
laminated.
kiosk, and it's laminated.
Nice.
And that's something I've noticed, a couple of different properties that I've been to. Water is infiltrating. I guess it moisture collects underneath those Lexan panels
Does it?
and
Oh,
and
Is
it's
it?
eroding some of
Some of the maps.
the maps, yeah. But from now on, are you using all laminated maps?
For the kiosks, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think some of these maps were laminated. I think they were just,
Well, all the maps that I put in there, or that I made to be going there were
Rose
laminated.
Farm
Rose Farm was laminated.
on the other side.
Yep. Bob and I installed
Okay.
those. Those were laminated.
I don't know.
Maybe the
Did I take
lamination wasn't good enough.
Did I take a picture of that? I don't think I might have.
That's surprising that that would go. Because they usually put a border around, you know what I
We
mean?
do, because they weren't gonna put a border, and I made sure they put a border around it. So that we could staple it in.
Really good.
Give me a second. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, jeez.
What's going on there?
I don't know, but that was laminated. That's
Yeah.
what I mean. That's what
That's
we put
Rose
in there.
Farm.
That's the inside.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
the one over on by the Berlin,
right off
Lake?
of, no, right down off of.
Oh, off of 82?
Across from
And
Curtains.
it's damp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it looks like water's coming in
Do
here.
you want to see this?
Yep.
Did you have them?
Oh, yeah.
You could see the water's coming in. I don't know.
I'll
Just
get
show
a
it to.
2K.
I'll have yours then.
No, I'm
Show
gonna
it
eat one. It's just I gotta run over.
Have to
brush
show
my
it to
teeth.
Rob.
You know what, Marilyn? I wonder if it's like the way the kiosk is with the sun
Do you
coming
want
on
to see
it.
that, Charlotte, or?
You know what I
I
mean?
saw that when
Yeah.
I was there.
That's right. You handed out. You put the maps out. Yeah.
But that was the inside one, right? You
Yeah.
said
There's
that was
a piece of plastic over there.
No, but you said that was the inside
No, this is the one on the road.
on 82.
I don't know
Okay.
if I have the one on. Let me. If I can figure out how to go back.
We got it.
There's 21 altogether, so you can have as many as you
Thanks,
like.
Charlotte.
Was that Silas Holmes Lane that goes up there on the other side?
Silas.
Yeah,
Owens, yeah.
right. So we'll have to see. We'll have to show that to Rob because I wonder if then maybe it wasn't tight enough. You know. with
You know,
the-
moisture is collecting behind the panel, but
Well, that's not good. We need to figure out a way to stop that then. I know sometimes moisture gets in the map holders too. It
Oh, yeah.
depend-
Well,
They're
that's
not-
the trouble with Connecticut, it's always damp. And the thing is, you have to have them hermetically sealed in order for moisture not to get in there.
Yeah.
You know, because even if it's a fairly snug fit, molecules are pretty
Right.
small.
that's the erosion at
They
the
sneak right in.
Oh wow.
at
Yeah.
the Sabine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
For the
okay.
bridge?
Oh, so it's on the. It's not. Well, it is part of the
It
parking
steps
lot.
down from
Yeah.
the parking lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's where you're
That's
supposed
bad.
to walk down in
Yeah, I
between them.
know. That's not good.
And
the
some
bridge?
people have been
Going down.
going
this-
around it.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to see that
No.
too?
John, you have to move your seat, John.
Yeah, but, oh, my goodness.
A lot of water comes off of
Yeah.
Daniel Peck.
That's the parking lot?
I didn't realize that much water comes off the Daniel Peck.
That's the parking
Well, I
lot?
think that's a result of that 7-inch storm that we had.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So-
Look at that, Charlotte.
Oh, yeah. And doesn't Daniel Peck have the, what do you call it, along the side of the road when they were making every road have the tar
I
sides?
don't think it does. Curbs.
The curbs, I
Yeah.
was
I
trying
don't
to
think it
think of the
does.
word. It doesn't?
I don't think it does.
I think it does. I now I'll have to go take a look. Because of course that ends up creating more.
Yeah. Right.
Because it channels it all.
Right.
And it will go right down.
Okay.
Because that was one of the, I seem to remember that there was curbing there, and the people that want to park at that little parking lot had to climb up the curbing.
I don't remember that.
Okay, so where was I?
So okay.
So I went out to Petrel and spent like 2.5 hours out there also on the orange and red trail.
Okay.
And, that gets a lot of use.
Oh, that gets tons of
Yeah,
use. Yeah.
And bicycles too, because you
Right.
could see the sprockets that they rode over the
Yeah.
the trees. So they're happy now, I'm sure. But there's one huge tree, and either if you guys wanted to go out there someday, just
Where's the tree? Which part is it
I
on?
think it's on the red trail.
Okay. Which part of the red trail do you know?
That loop that connects to the orange.
Okay.
The trail.
The trail is on is it Chapel Farm?
Okay.
This guy here.
Yeah, that's the one between
That's
Baker and 82,
Along
right?
the Esker.
Correct.
Oh,
where it
okay.
goes at, yeah.
And
Before
it's
it
actually
connects to the
two
blue.
Oh, okay.
properties connected.
Yep, Boot Rock is next to it.
All right.
Have you been out to any of these, John, or?
Yes, I have. I walked the Dean and the Hatch.
Oh, you walked in?
Yeah, I did.
That's next up.
That was pretty good. I didn't-
Yeah.
The 2.5 miles?
Yeah, I
2.25
started
miles?
there up on Parker Road, the top near the farm,
Okay,
and I came down into the old part of Parker Road and then came back.
okay.
And it was a cold day. It was beautiful though.
Yeah.
A lot of dead trees out there. A lot of dead
Yeah.
ash and
I
oak,
know.
chestnut oak.
I know.
Anyway, it was lovely.
Where do you
And
live?
then I walked Hatch too.
Where do you live?
Near the castle.
Oh,
on,
okay,
on
alright.
Hemlock Valley, the lower part of Hemlock
Okay.
Valley Road. And I walked. I walked up. I walked Judah Road too, up there, up where you live, Charlotte.
Yeah.
And that's really interesting up there.
Oh, and there's tons of trails that go in
Yeah.
on both sides.
Yeah.
Back in the days when I was still riding, before my hips gave out, we used to ride all up and through there.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And there's an old dam and
Yeah.
all kinds of ledges and caves even.
Oh, really? It's a kind of a watershed up there. The water flows in one
It's-
direction, Simcoe Creek, and then down Hemlock Valley, and
Yeah, and
This
well,
is about
up there on
probably a
Judah, it
dozen.
feeds into, that's the headwaters for Sucker
Yeah.
Brook.
yeah,
Yeah,
Dozen or
and
so
that's why I was trying, I got 70 signatures for the town to look into purchasing that when we saw it getting logged, because
Yeah.
we knew that meant it was coming up for sale.
yeah.
And I just went all over and got all these different people signing, saying, yes, yes, let's try to buy it for open space.
Yeah.
All right.
And unfortunately,
Somebody-
extenuating circumstances, which I will explain
So-
to you at some other time, prevented it from happening.
Someone has unloaded a couple of refrigerators up there where
Yeah.
the road forks.
Yep, I know. I drive up through there with my horses and cart, and the positioning couldn't
What
have
are
been
we,
worse.
Raritan?
You come around the corner and bam, all of a sudden there's this
That's me.
huge white thing
Yeah.
that doesn't belong there.
Yeah.
And the horse in front was the green one. My experienced horse likes to go from behind.
Let's not get too off
I'm
topic
sorry,
here,
I-
because
it's
I
my
don't know,
fault,
that's
my
okay,
fault.
because I just don't
Okay.
want
We don't
this
have any
meeting to go
property.
on
He's
forever.
not talking about our
No,
property, right?
no,
No,
but
yeah,
it could,
I'm sorry.
it could have
The
been
land
a
trust
disaster,
property, or-
but it wasn't.
It's the scenic road there on Judah that goes over.
To,
Well,
next
no,
door.
they didn't, the Sims is scenic, Sims Road is
But
scenic.
there's a sign at the end of Judah there that says scenic road. I know I talked about this with Rob last time. But it's there. I photographed
Well,
it actually.
there was, at one point they had hiking trails
Yes.
signs on
Yes,
it.
but there's a road sign too.
And it says designated as a scenic road.
Correct. It's a big square
I've got a
sign,
third
about
one.
that big. Right
Okay.
there.
That's on
You had
Sim.
two already?
All right, well,
No,
let's
It's on Judah, but I'm sorry.
that's okay, let's just
Great.
try to say
I'll take my map back at some point.
Okay, so let's, what,
And, let's see.
and you're trying to keep track of what places need, need map holders, need kiosks,
No,
right?
that's all been done.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
all right.
And Nathan boating,
Yeah,
boat,
yeah, body,
botting.
yeah.
He took 2 map holders.
Right, he was the Eagle Scout,
And,
yeah, that did the,
he took one and then he.
then he wanted another one, because he
Yeah,
wants to
because
do another
he-
kiosk or something, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I got him another one.
Okay.
So,
We may have to order more at some point, but,
I think I have 4 left.
okay.
Is he the one from,
He's the one that,
It's
he's
not-
the one from East Haddam.
he is from East
Yeah.
Haddam.
Do we
yeah.
have any
He's the
overs?
one who did this in the trail at the middle
That's
school.
right,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
just,
I meant to ask a question about that. Is that open to everybody at the school there?
Yes,
That's
oh
a-
yeah, yeah.
The town.
Yeah, there's 2 trails, there's one on either side of the school. It's in the back property, but it's on either side, so yeah, it's open to the public.
Okay.
it's the middle school, right, Marilyn?
Yes,
Middle school, yeah.
yeah. Okay, so, anything else from,
No,
Any-
I built 2 kiosks and one of them is going to Chagru and the other one,
just going to Sabine?
well, yeah, I'm up in the air on that.
Okay,
Roaring Brook's on my list, and I was wondering if that's more important. I haven't been down to Roaring Brook yet.
Roaring Brook is more important because,
I'm looking at use and,
not only that, but it's we got a state grant from for that one, and the new process for getting state grants requires that we,
there's a timetable.
no, well, there is a timetable, but it requires that we show them
Oh, yeah.
all of the existing properties that we've gotten state grants for, that we show them that we have a sign that shows it's that the state contributed,
Oh, okay.
that we have, it's open to the public, that we have, and if we have trail maps, we give them the trail maps, stuff like that, so, that, we wanna make sure that
Yeah,
that gets,
I'll put
and
that
that's
on
the
the
one
fast
that we
track.
don't have yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
we
haven't
should
done
do
a
that.
trail map, I only have one of the trails, there's 2 trails on there, I only have one mapped. I have to do the second one,
Oh, I see, okay.
and that's what I gotta do with
What
Tom.
part of Roaring Brook is that, the upper part or
It's off of Clark Hill,
off of Clark Hill?
on the right there, just as,
Oh,
Past the power lines, right?
what, Mill Road, right?
that's where Hatch is, right?
The
Off of Mill
Florida-
Road.
No,
Yes, it is.
It's on
Hatches-
Clark.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is.
I'm sorry.
And Roaring Brook is a
On the
little
other
further.
side. Isn't it?
Oh, is it on the
Florida Road?
right-hand side of the road, you pull off in
Before you
there?
get to
Yeah.
Florida Road.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
There's
there's
a
a
little
little parking
parking
lot.
lot there,
I
yeah,
know where that is. And that's a conservancy, that's
So
a,
there's one trail in there.
there's 2 trails.
One is mapped, one isn't.
One I've walked,
Hmm.
and the other one I haven't. One I've GPS, the other one I haven't.
Okay. Do you want to fast track that?
Yeah,
Both
State
Judah
roads.
and Sims
yeah,
are
because
scenic
we
roads.
might be,
Well.
the town might be filing a grant, for a grant. It's still up in the air, we don't know that yet, so,
Yeah.
but I think we wanna get that one done anyway, cause
Okay,
it's,
because Rob said, until they get the parking lot in out at,
that's the
Chagru,
group.
not to bother
Right.
with the kiosk yet.
Yeah, so let's do
So,
Roaring Brook.
Yeah, I think Roaring Brook would be
Yeah.
appropriate.
So you'll do one at Roaring Brook, and where are you going to put the other one? If not at Chagru?
I think it'll be at Chagru.
Oh, you will. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold
Hold
off
off
on
on
Sabine.
Sabine.
would you like
until
some
it
help
gets
with that,
fixed.
Bernie?
Yeah.
So when would you be planning to do that?
We could do middle of the week, or we could do weekends.
Okay,
I was
we'll have to
thinking
exchange
maybe,
phone numbers or something then.
Maybe Saturday morning, next Saturday morning,
Next Saturday,
Next Saturday is the
CLCC
CLCC.
conference.
it is already?
21st?
No.
What's today?
21st, yeah.
Today's the 3rd.
This is 3rd, no, it's
No,
a couple weeks away.
Oh,
this coming Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's coming
I'm
Saturday.
available.
And I did give you your number because you sent it to me. I did give that, so you have his contact information.
Oh,
okay.
okay, good,
Good.
yeah, thank
Because
you.
you sent me the number.
Thanks, sir.
You wanna dig some holes down?
sure. If we do Saturday, just so it doesn't conflict with the vigil.
Yeah, right. Oh, right, mornings on Saturday.
Yeah, I do the vigil too, so
Okay,
Yeah.
that's important.
till 11, and we're busy.
All right. Maybe during the week. Pick a good day. I'll get back to you guys.
Okay,
Okay.
So Petrel, yeah, so I'd like to get out to Petrel and get rid of that big tree that's over the trail, so I just need another pair of eyes.
okay.
Something wrong.
Is there a little battery operated chainsaw?
No, I have to take my real chainsaw over this one, this is a big tree.
I know how to call 911.
Okay.
Anything else with
I
that?
think that's about it. Yeah.
Okay, so any update on the Chagru boundary issue with the Ventress was gonna work on? You haven't heard anything back from him, right? About the, maybe he's
No,
gonna deal
he
with,
kinda just told me not to worry, just
Okay.
drive the stake in. He gave me a couple of his cards to
okay.
hang on the pins.
Oh, okay. Okay,
He's playing the coward, so he
okay.
wants me to go out there, so, we'll get to it. It's not
All
a
right.
real critical
Yeah, it's
quarter,
not.
so.
Yeah, okay.
It's
All
on
right.
my list, yeah.
Okay, IWWC? Anything
Uh,
pertinent to us?
They're fixing the bridge on Neptune Road, which was damaged like years ago,
When
right?
that really
Yeah, that
horrendous
big,
rainfall.
where they lost
Yeah.
the rehearsal space for grid speed,
Yeah.
right?
September.
So, yeah, I guess it's taken them a while, but
Yeah,
there's a really cool drawing of it.
do they have an ETA or anything on it? Any idea?
No, they
a
really, they're
site
still
walk.
waiting for, I forget the name, is it Randall Dill?
Yeah,
Randy is
Randy
the
Dill, yeah.
Yeah,
They have
Yeah,
to-
oh, I just read
Yeah.
it.
I think,
They want to do a site walk, Marilyn, to see it,
right,
Rob,
yeah.
and they said they,
Roger Bill.
Well, let him, I want
No.
him to
Oh,
do it.
sorry.
Randy's the
Okay.
the chair.
chairman.
Yeah, they're going to do a site walk. There's still some regulations they're concerned about. From my first meeting, my biggest takeaway was Randall really wants to make sure he is within the law in every case. I mean, he's pulling out his law books, his rule books, and
Yeah.
cross-referencing, and all during the meeting. But it
Okay,
makes the meetings go like 22 minutes. So,
okay,
and they're also replacing some rock on the causeway on Moodus Reservoir, where the public beach is. There's been some erosion there. And I learned a new term, riprap.
riprap,
Yeah.
not riffraff, riprap.
Riprap, it's
It's gotten this far without
What?
riprap.
I never heard of
Yeah,
riprap.
man.
What's it mean?
Chunks of rock.
The bridge.
The bridge at Netflix.
Encased in wire.
I never,
Yeah.
oh, I see that a
Maybe
lot
why.
along highways and stuff, yeah.
Large blocks of stone.
Oh, okay.
Well, these are 6 inches to 10 inches that they're gonna shore up the causeway with, because there's
Oh.
been some erosion.
They
and-
actually have different sizes of riprap.
That's
Yeah.
interesting,
Yeah.
okay.
And did I hear correctly, Ms. Goyette, that Jim Ventris put a lien on Lakeside Dance?
He threatened to,
Ah, okay.
and that was the only thing that got action.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so the Lakeside Dan saga continues.
Okay,
Oh boy, it was a saga too.
okay. All right. P and Z,
Oh,
anything pertinent to us?
I don't think so.
No. Query's still the,
Chair.
has there been a recent election of,
Last
and
meeting.
he was reelected?
He's the only one who wants it.
That's usually the case. Okay,
Left. Oh, there's a really cool old American wall there. And Neptune goes down from that.
okay, update on the Eagle Scout project from Ethan Kerr. Remember Ethan with the Adirondack chairs that he was
Right.
gonna do? So he wrote me and Rob Smith. I am sorry I've not been in contact with you, but I didn't print the whole thing. It cut off. He had a bake sale. He raised $350. He also sold Yule logs that he made, and he made candle holders from reclaimed wood that he sold. He also has been very successful with his GoFundMe page. He thinks that he's going to go way over his in his raising money what he needs, so he thinks he might be able to add more locations to his.
Ooh,
So
what's above Eagle Scout?
Is this the fellow that's responsible for the park?
the park.
Davidson?
Didn't-
Oh no, this is not Davison. This is the guy that's going to do Adirondack chairs that
Oh,
he's
I
going to
missed
put in
that, yeah.
different locations.
Yeah, this is before you.
Yeah.
you started
Yeah,
running
and
it.
that's his Eagle Scout project.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
There's more than one Eagle Scout in town.
Yeah, we have 2 of them going on now. So he also sent me his GoFundMe page in case anyone's interested in donating. So I'll send that to Shannon and she can send that out to people as a follow-up in case you're interested in donating. But it sounds like he's doing really well. He will at some point come to our meeting and
Great.
give us an update.
Great.
Okay.
Where do the chairs go?
Can we read it from the minutes?
One at
Yeah.
Salmon River Overlook.
Yep, and then
Noon.
there was 5 of them. There were 10, there were 8.
Yeah,
4 for
4 for land
4
trust.
for,
and
yep, and then
4
we pull it
for
up right
us.
now.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
They're not cheap either.
No.
Wasn't there gonna be one at the Vista at the Hatch lot?
Who's gonna be, yeah, she's gonna
Bear
tell
with me.
us.
It was December, I think we talked about this. Bear with me 1 second.
Yeah, because we just voted on the name, right, last time?
Yes, here we go, Mr. Kerr.
What do we call it, Salmon? Did we vote?
Salmon River Overlook.
Yep, Salmon River Overlook, yep.
Salmon River Overlook.
Voted for.
It would be November. You confirmed them in December, Marilyn, so let me tell you what the ones were.
I
Okay,
announced the new name at the IWWC as well, so
You did?
it's spreading.
Good.
so it was Duncan, Hidden Valley, Sheepskin, these are the land trust, Maryland. Duncan, Hidden Valley, Sheepskin, Bernstein, and Oldfield. And then the ones for,
We had Salmon, the Salmon Overlook. We had
it must be,
Hatch.
yep, you had Hatch. That must be in the prior minutes. Oh. Surprising. It was, old dump site with a platform. Hatchlot, Harris, Roaring Brook, and Sabine.
Harris and Sabine.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Sabine was to overlook the,
Yeah.
The whole dump
reservoir.
lot, that's
Which
not
trail
Salmon
do you
River.
It's Salmon River, yep.
The one that overlooks the reservoir. What's that, the,
Blue,
yeah,
the loop.
yeah, the
Okay.
loop.
The only one that needed a platform, I think, was the Salmon River.
Yeah, that
Overlook.
was the
Okay.
only one.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, so it's gonna be, that should be a nice one, a nice,
That's a lot of work.
it's a lot of work, yeah,
Eagle badge, okay.
yeah. So,
And he's making them himself, or?
well, no,
Buying-
he's buying
buying
the
the materials?
kits and you just put them together, yeah.
Oh,
Raising the money from bake sales and whatnot.
Yeah.
Go fund together.
That's what they usually do, and, they're gonna be two together with a little table in between.
Oh, nice.
So they'll be nice,
But out in these remote areas
yeah.
and weathering out there and,
Well, they're made of some,
They're made of, yeah,
oh,
recycled.
recycled
Pulp,
Coke
yeah.
bottles or something.
plastic.
Yeah.
yeah, and, he's gonna
Oh,
put
yeah.
together some kind of a, it's not really a contest, but it's like a little program where you, if you go to every one of them,
Yeah.
you earn some kind of a badge or something. We have to think about what that's gonna be, I guess, but,
It's
so that if people go out on the trails and they actually sit in the Adirondack
Yeah.
chair and then,
Just get for
Take a
use,
picture.
to
yeah,
increase use.
to make it a little fun,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, and
yeah.
encourage people to go
Yeah.
out.
That's something that Susan Pagnano mentioned when we were out at Chagru.
Yeah,
She wants to get, geo
Geocaching.
caching
Yeah.
That was
into some of
quite
our
popular for a
properties.
while.
yeah, we talked about that a few years ago. Remember, and we had some concerns about it.
Yeah.
I forget what they were
I
though.
have to go back in the
Yeah,
minutes.
we'll have to go back and look.
Yeah, we talked quite a bit about it.
Yeah, I forget what our concerns were, but I know we had a lot of concerns about it.
I'll send myself a note and I'll take
Yeah,
a look.
we'll-
25 words or less, what is it?
Geocaching?
It's just people have to
It's
search for the
scavengers.
next. It's almost like a scavenger hunt.
Okay.
Only you have to locate the next spot, and you use a GPS
GPS, yeah.
device to try to find the next spot.
Is there
And
an
then when you
item
find
there
it,
or
there's
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
hidden
there's
there.
an
A
item
little
there.
notebook, you can write a little note in.
I found
Yeah.
one in Devil's Hop Yard near
Yeah.
my property, and it's just full of all kinds of junk.
Yeah,
Little dolls and
Yeah,
yeah. There's little things there that you could find.
Kids like it, young people, I was sitting somewhere and all of a sudden these people showed up, they started rooting around, I didn't know what it was. But they, there was apparently a very, hidden treasure there. So
Yeah.
treasure hunt, yeah.
yeah, treasure hunt, scavenger hunt.
Yeah. So
And how does this process start?
what do you? Well, you
Go
you
online
announce it.
probably.
You become,
Somebody has to set it up.
Yeah, you
Somebody
have
has
to
to set it up, and then you
you-
announce it. It's
Yeah.
like a scavenger hunt.
so it's like an East Haddam,
Well, it's like a property. The problem was, I mean, Rob was telling us, like, at the castle, they were doing it illegally. So they would just, like, set it up and say, and then people go off trail, and
Yeah,
they could destroy natural,
Yeah.
fragile.
I think it's
wood.
the fact that people could go off trail, and
I see,
I think
that's-
that I remember that was one of the issues, but there were other issues that we
Yeah,
had. I
I'd have
wasn't
to look.
sure
I'll
what
send
they
myself
were.
a note and I'll.
no,
I'll
as we
send
were
it.
walking the
The focus-
trail through Chagru, she said, boy, this would be a great place to have a geocache, or whatever.
Yeah. Well, we do want to think of ways to bring the public in more,
Mm.
you know, so, I mean, it is something maybe to reconsider. Something that maybe we could control a little better.
Mm.
I don't know.
Well, maybe you'd have to insist that they not go off the trail.
Well, that's easier
Yeah.
said than done, though.
I know.
Must be right in big.
You know, we have little policemen along the way or something.
And you might get people who aren't familiar with backcountry either, you know, just on a
Getting
treasure,
lost.
well, just any kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
If it's just a treasure hunt, they're not really there to look at the birds or listen or
Yeah,
enjoy whatever the beauty of the place.
yeah.
But they're just, you know, bumbling through to find something.
Yeah, yeah.
I've only encountered one group doing it, and it was a little bit, you know, like that. One adult and a couple of young kids who were
So
sort of oblivious to anything, but
their
let's find it.
attention
Where
wasn't
is it?
Great
Yeah.
outdoors, it was more
I mean, I'm glad they're outdoors. I shouldn't
finding
knock it.
stuff, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, update on the Conservation Commission member recommendations to the Board of Selectmen, and that was the fact that John was accepted, so I already jumped on that, so. CLCC attendees and conference, so, it was only John and Bernie,
Yeah, I was wondering if it's too late though
it's not too
to
late,
join.
it's not
I
too late.
would love to. So I need to go back and find that email and then send Shannon a list of.
You just give them to me,
There's so many
Yeah?
amazing
Okay.
workshops.
know.
I couldn't choose.
Here's your ticket.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
Wow. Did you hear the sound of that piece of paper landing on the microphone?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, is that what that was?
Was that what that
I
was?
was looking for it.
No, it's the microphone. The microphone's on because we're recording.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It sounded like someone was it's weird.
First day of spring.
So I should email you directly? Karen?
Yeah, do you have the brochure?
I have the email that
Here's the
Shannon
brochure.
originally sent.
Here's the brochure,
Oh,
so
it has
just,
all the,
So I can just tell you right now?
yeah,
Would that be best?
or you could just email me, tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
there's a lot of tough decisions there.
I know, it is really tough
I
to,
kinda stuck with the stewardship side, so.
yeah, so I'll just order you a ticket and then,
Thank you.
now what we'll do is, what we normally do, cause there's a couple of people coming from the land trust, East Haddam Land Trust, and we usually try to carpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we usually meet, I'm not sure what time yet, but I'll send out an email once we decide. We usually meet in the parking lot that's kind of behind the Goodspeed, the Gelston House.
Oh,
You know,
where
the
the
big
boat launch
parking
is,
lot,
kind of?
yeah,
Down below.
Yeah.
down below.
Okay.
And then we try to get, and I think there's only 2 people going from the land trust. I think there's,
Starts in the middle of this
Um,
one.
going.
I don't know.
Was.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I just realized you're asking about the land trust, not us.
Yeah, I can remember.
Just two,
There's only 2
two
people.
from us and 2 from them.
Well,
4
there's
people.
3 from us. I'm
3.
going to.
Oh, you, oh,
I am
good,
going.
good.
Good.
I always
Oh, good.
go. Yeah,
Have a good time.
it's nice. You go early. They have like pastries and stuff, and coffee and tea.
Yeah.
They have a lot of tables with vendors,
Mm.
just with information. That very interesting
Yeah.
stuff. You've been before?
No.
Oh, it's really good. You're really gonna like it.
Where
And
do
then
they hold it?
at Wesleyan.
Yeah, it's a big school.
Yeah, it's in this big where they have classrooms. It's
Oh.
one of the places where they have classrooms,
Oh,
and then
okay.
they have a big auditorium. So then they have a keynote speaker, which is usually about an hour.
From New Zealand, the Maori was.
Yeah.
Down center.
Sounds
That should
I'll
be.
have to Google
It's
that.
always a really good
Yeah.
speaker. They give out an award, a big award, to someone, and then then you go and you start your classes, and you have 2 sessions. You all scatter, and you have to figure out where your class is. That's always a little bit of a struggle to find out where your class is. And then they break for lunch, and there's usually 2 cafeterias. So we'll figure out in advance which one we're all going to eat in, so we can all sit together if you want. You don't have
We
to.
bring our lunch, right?
No, they
Oh, I
provide lunch.
misunderstood that. Oh.
They provide
Oh,
lunch.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not that it's a big deal, but apparently lunch is between first and second, not second and third.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then you
Yeah,
have the
there's
remaining
the-
classes.
Oh,
And then after that, they have usually have beer, like from
Ooh.
IPAs.
Beer.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, no, Oh, I missed the 8:30 session, right, so it's two sessions and then
it's two
lunch,
sessions
and then
and
3
lunch,
sessions.
And then lunch, yeah. So it's a fun time,
Okay,
you know, and if you wanna stay for the whole thing, we carpool. Obviously, you don't have to stay for the whole thing if you
Yeah,
wanna
no, I
leave
usually
early,
like
and
to.
you can
No.
change your mind which class you wanna go
Oh, really?
to. If you decide you wanna go to something different.
Wonderful.
And they just use it for, just to figure out how big of a class it's gonna be.
Yeah.
But as you said, there's so many great
Oh, it was
sessions.
very difficult.
They're very well done too.
Yeah.
They're really,
Legal sessions and
yeah.
Native American.
Yeah, they have fantastic stuff. So, yeah, so just let me know, Tom, and I'll register you and then I'll send you the e-ticket, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll
That's
send you
a
guys
lot.
an email,
Yeah, it takes a while to
what time we're gonna
make
meet.
those
and
difficult
everything.
choices, as Brittany said.
Okay. So the plan of conservation and development assignments, Gary sent you something, but I don't think we really can do anything with it because it's really his assignment, so.
Right, and we
oh,
have a show.
shoot. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be in Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Oh, you're gonna be in
Enthusiasm
Minneapolis?
Yeah, we just changed the dates. We were supposed to be going the 11th to the 15th, but we're going the 18th to the 22nd.
Okay, well, that takes care of it.
Dang it, I was just getting excited.
You can't be in two places, you're not like a
No.
subatomic particle.
Okay.
Okay, so that's okay. All right, so let's see here. Where's those bills? New bills. Where's those bills?
Oh, bills.
Bills. All right, I have 2 bills. I have forestry suppliers.
What's the number on that?
You mean the total? 247.95 plus 37.15.
Oh, that was all the tape and the paint.
I didn't print the bottom one. I didn't print the actual total. Do you have that? That's the paint and all that stuff.
No, that's the slip that I lost.
Oh.
You brought that up last meeting.
Oh, did I?
I didn't realize that I had
And I
to-
think Rob already approved
Right.
this because it was late coming in. It was
Oh,
so, but I just want approval to pay forestry suppliers. Let's see, 10,
I move that we pay
11,
it.
5, 8, 285.10.
285.
There's more.
There's more?
Bills?
Oh, yeah.
You didn't get these?
We do one at a time. I have
Oh, you
Shagbark.
did? Oh.
Shagbark for 159.33,
Oh,
and that was
Robert 159.
Yeah, that was plywood for the kiosks and also fasteners
Fasteners.
for the kiosks. Yeah.
159.33. Approval to pay that one.
Now we just have to get them.
Do you want to do them all at one fell swoop?
Well, Rob used to do them one at a time for some reason. I don't know why.
He said you don't have to do that.
Oh,
so-
okay.
Nobody does it that way.
I move that we pay for the plywood,
They
but
do
not
it,
the
they put them all
fasteners.
together.
Oh,
There was a motion, we don't have a second, so you can just keep going, Marilyn.
okay. And did you have another one?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get the other one yet from Dawn.
Oh,
Dawn usually
this
says
was
it.
just today.
Oh,
It was more lumber for kiosks.
Is it
and-
Shagbark?
Yeah,
How much was that one?
33.87
Okay.
okay, give me those.
and some paint.
Okay.
I found it really convenient. I walked the orange trail and it was really well marked, but I carried a can of orange spray paint. And a couple of areas where it was a little, because there's 3 different trails off of that to private. They're off the orange trail, but they go to private
Yeah.
properties. I
right.
think people walk their dogs or something like that.
Yeah.
And so just to make it clear that you're on the orange trail, like just hit a couple trees. But it's really convenient to carry a can of spray paint with you
Yeah.
instead of
A bucket.
With a brush?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the right time to say it, but I got lost on one of the trails because
Which one?
the Dean Trail. There's one point,
The orange, Dean?
the orange, where there's some big beech trees across the creek. I think it's
Oh, there's-
way in there. There's a couple of creeks, but it's before the big deep ravine, and I actually
Okay.
missed the turn away from that goes down to across the creek.
Yeah, okay.
And there's some beech trees there,
Yeah,
and it makes a sharp
yeah,
right to the,
Right.
I mean, left. And I just, because there's like an old wagon road or something, I just kept on walking until I got to but then I was looking for signs, and then I backtracked. But I don't know, like there was no post at that sharp turn to say go that way.
no, you have to look.
Down there was
You have to look
you have to
for
be
the
looking all the time to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't, maybe there's nothing that
Funny,
can be done.
interesting thing is that I walked in the opposite direction,
Yeah,
so I wouldn't have been at that vantage point
yes,
to see that, but I know where you are, and I knew, you come down that hill and that road wants to take you
yeah.
down, but, there's no orange markers down.
No, and then after a while, I got the idea that I must be off the trail. And then I thought the trail went up. I didn't know which way it went at that point. I'd never been there before, and I didn't have a map. But then I looked around and I finally saw it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful trail.
It is,
Yeah, it's pretty in there.
So
nice.
anyway, I don't know what can be done with that sort of thing.
Well, I think I actually hit some of those trees with orange paint,
Yeah.
so I think I might have made it a little more visible, but we could.
We don't want to put too many slashes on trees, I guess.
No, well, we could do a post with an arrow or something if
maybe
you
that
thought
would-
it was problematic.
Well, that's just what my experience. I don't know if everyone would have that.
So that's one trail we don't want people to get lost on.
Right.
You're way out there. You're
Well, plus,
at least a mile in.
You don't want to get on private property. That's the last thing we want to do with the deans.
Oh,
Is
right,
or with their neighbors.
right.
Because it's very generous of them to have
It
given
is.
us the easement, so,
It's beautiful.
yeah.
There are some evidence, there is some evidence of those four-wheel,
Oh, yeah.
what do they call those things?
ATVs
ATVs, yeah.
on those trails.
Yeah,
it's-
were you
You
there?
Oh, I noticed that at the beginning of that, at the very start of it, there were some ATV marks. But then, was there another trail that goes off to the left before you go into the woods? As you
there's-
start from Parker?
There's trails on the other side of, if you're on Parker Road,
Yeah.
Dean is on the left. Then there's tons of trails that have been destroyed by the ATVs down to the right.
On the right, yeah.
Yeah, because in the good old days, we used to ride through there and of
Down
course,
towards Sheepskin Hollow, you mean?
No, towards
no,
Harris.
Yeah, it's right there.
yeah, but it's not on Harris. There's, there used to be an old Boy Scout A-frame down in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there's a good big wide brook crossing where the A-frame is, and a lot of ATVers are going through there, and it just eroded terribly.
Isn't that where we were talking about making a connection between the Dean property and the Harris property? There's
Oh,
some-
yeah, we'd love to, but there's
That's
Yeah.
still
The
stuck.
guy-
Yeah, that
Stuck.
probably is a part of that area, because
we
it
don't
would
have the
be
connection yet.
between
Tax issues there.
Yeah,
It's Sprecher,
Yeah.
right?
yeah,
Sprecher.
Spreckers.
yeah. Okay, okay, public comment, we have nobody
Excuse me,
here.
Marilyn, we have a motion, but we don't have a second, we haven't
Oh,
voted.
we need a second to pay the bills?
Okay,
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
perfect, thanks.
Okay, public comment, we have no one. Map reprints, okay, so Charlotte gave me estimates of our remaining maps, so we're getting a little low. And we still have quite a bit of money in our budget for this fiscal year, so I'm gonna be ordering maps, and I'll get an estimate of the cost for our next meeting, so we could get an approval to stock up on them. I have noticed that we're not running through them as fast,
No,
which is great,
a lot
because
of
people are
people are-
using,
they're using their smartphones.
they're
which is-
using their smartphones, they're
Oh.
using the QRs, they're printing them off of the website, whatever they're doing.
We had an experience, again, this may just be, anecdotal, but my wife and I were hiking on the Hatch lot, and there was a woman who got lost back there because her smartphone ran out of juice.
Oh.
And she
That's
she
right.
started off there from Mill Road on the first, as you come going east, the first parking lot, and she meant to just loop back, but she wound up coming all the way down towards the Parker Cemetery, I think, down there, you know, the very end of that, the easternmost end of the hatch lodge. And she was really exhausted. I saw her, she was just creeping along, and my wife actually drove her back to her car. She was pretty distressed. So, you know, using a cell phone is nice, but you have to make sure it doesn't die on you when you're out.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
And you don't know where you are then. And then she
put
missed.
charging stations in the kiosks.
It's an anecdote. I don't know.
No, I know.
It happens.
I know it happens.
Maybe
How did she get lo-
put a little,
So how did
Why
she get
wouldn't
lost?
she just follow the trail though? It's pretty
It's a
well
good
marked.
question.
Well, there's a number of trails back there. The
Yeah.
purple trail and a red trail.
Yeah,
And then the
there's
green
like
trail, the
5
white
or-
trail.
there's white, there's red.
and she wouldn't have known which one would take her in the direction she needed.
Maybe she didn't have a good sense of direction or
purple,
something.
white, and orange.
So she wound up wanting to be on the western end of the hatch, but going all the way over towards the eastern part.
Show them that.
Well, maybe we should have a sign, you know, if you're planning.
She went in here.
Smartphone, make sure it's fully charged.
Yeah, I don't know. She wound up doing this all the way, and she didn't look like she was in the greatest shape either.
Yeah, no,
And that was
that's
just
a long hike.
She was exhausted.
Yeah.
And she hadn't planned on it. I don't know what she planned to do. Is
So
this
she
something-
never got off trail, but she just lost her way.
Yeah.
I mean.
It's
she
not
just-
the way she wanted to go.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I got lost in Devil's Hop Yard
Did you?
once. Yeah, I was with my dog, and it started to rain.
Oh.
And I had the same thing happen, and I finally got to the road, and I was walking on the road, on a Hop Yard Road, and I saw this guy in his car, and I went up to him, and I thought, I don't know who this guy is, and must have looked like a wreck, and I said, please help me. I
still
could
raining?
barely talk. It was raining.
Oh, yeah.
Please help me. I said, I've been walking for hours. I was walking for probably 2.5 hours, and the poor little dog was exhausted.
The dog didn't lead you home?
Well, maybe we should have a
No,
sign.
we were way far from my home.
Make sure you're charged. If you're using your cell phone.
I had no
sure-
signal. I had no
Okay.
signal
Yeah,
in
that's the
Devil's
problem.
Hop
That's
Yard.
the
There
other
was no
problem.
signal.
See, now, if you were riding, you drop the reins and your horse will always take you home from anywhere.
Well, Marilyn, also
I'm
Devil's
living
Hop
proof
Yard
of that, because
Yeah,
I
but you
used to get
gotta
lost.
feed it.
Well, this was the trail coming off of Mitchell.
Oh, okay.
So
that
it was
actually-
not. It was that Boy Scout
Oh, yeah,
trail
yeah, yeah.
that wasn't
Oh, you're on
marked
the other
well.
side, yeah.
Yes.
Mm,
Yes.
yeah.
I thought I was gonna die, and the guy was just looked at me.
Yeah,
like he
I've
thought
driven-
I have to help this poor old
Yeah.
woman.
I have people wandering up Jones Hill all the time. They're just like,
Where am I?
what happened to the orange trail?
I know it's so
It
crazy.
really is important that these are well-marked trails.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
responsible for this.
It really
Yeah,
is. It's because it's so scary.
It is very scary.
You know, and I was hiking all by myself with just my poor little dog, and he kept looking up at me like, "What
Well,
are we
people,
doing? What
there
we
are stories of people, you know, dying
Yes.
in the backcountry a mile from a road.
I
In
know.
Maine, places like Maine where it's
Yeah.
real thick vegetation.
Yeah, if you don't know where you are,
You're in trouble.
you end up going in circles.
So, okay. All right. So I will let you know about. I'm also going to be ordering maps for the land trust, which of course they'll pay for their own. So, and let's see. Lastly, we have the letter to Joe. So the letter says, "Dear Joe, on behalf of the members of the Conservation Commission, I want to thank you for your service to the Commission over many years. We very much appreciate all the time and energy which you have devoted to the betterment of our preserves and trail system, and all the ways in which you have helped the cause of conservation and open space management in the town of East Haddam. We hope that you will continue to participate in conservation and stewardship activities in the future. Best of luck to you in your future endeavors. Sincerely, Marilyn Gleason, Chair." And I think we should all sign it. And we'll mail it off. And we don't have Gary here who initiated this, so I think maybe we wait till the next time.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
So would it be a total pain in the butt to suggest the addition of one word
Yes, what?
up where you say thank you for your time and energy. Also throw craftsmanship in there. That was like his special thing. He was always wanting
Time,
people
comma,
to-
energy, and
and
craftsmanship.
craftsmanship.
Yes,
Yeah.
I second that motion.
Okay, do you have the,
I
Do
do.
you like
Okay,
that
good.
word?
What?
Do you like that word, craftsmanship, or?
Yeah.
I thought it
Talent?
described what I saw Joe demonstrating and wishing to be acknowledged
Yeah.
for.
Yeah. Okay.
You have another suggestion? I think craftsmanship is a good word
Well,
for
what do
that.
we mean by craftsmanship?
Woodworking,
The-
You mean his,
He's skillful
Built
with
it,
his
he-
hands.
is that what you mean?
Yeah.
all the different
Yeah.
things that he built. I mean, he
Yeah.
was involved in
He was
construction
always
from the
building
time he
stuff,
was a
yeah.
kid. And he's built some really unusual things for one of the part-time jobs that he had.
But he didn't, what, we're talking about what he did for the
know,
Conservation
but
I
he
Commission.
think
built
craftsmanship
kiosks
is an
and stuff,
excellent
and I think,
word for
yeah.
that.
okay, no,
right.
I'm not gonna.
Okay,
So I will reprint it
Okay.
and bring it to the next meeting.
okay, good, and then we can all
Yep.
sign it, hopefully everybody will be here. Okay, good. Thank you, Shannon.
You're welcome.
Okay. So our next meeting is April 7th in this room. Anything else anyone wants to bring up?
One thing that just came to mind was walking that orange trail. It looked like it had been well marked recently.
Which
Do-
one are we on now? Dean?
Dean, yeah.
Okay.
Do we know who did that?
Who did what?
Who did Dean? Who marked Dean?
The last
I
market
thought it was,
meeting.
wasn't Rob? I don't know.
Yeah, I thought that was Rob.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, that would have been a long time ago. The Trail of Confusion was on Hatch, not on Dean, right? Remember that with Paul talking about the Trail of Confusion?
That was the purple trail.
And that was on Hatch, though.
That was on
not
Hatch
Dean.
and that was
Okay.
fixed on,
That was fixed,
that was
okay.
fixed, yeah.
Okay. I
I
bet
was-
you it was when Paul was still here.
Yeah,
Back.
I thought I remember Rob talking about the Dean.
Marking that Dean?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
in
Okay.
the last 3 months. I could be crazy, but I thought for sure I had
I was
heard
talking with him about the trail, and he's very knowledgeable about it, but maybe he's knowledgeable about everything.
Yeah, no.
He is, yeah.
Just, he seemed to know that by the trees.
It just looked like it had been more recently marked than any other trail that I've been on
Oh,
in
well, that's good.
the last. So I didn't know if there was a private person out there doing it or somebody from the commission or what.
Wow.
And the only other thing.
trail marker.
Yeah. Well, it'd be nice to have some local stewards that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what the Land Trust has implemented? They put out, and they put an article in, I think it was in Events Magazine, about what they're calling trail monitors. And they're people who maybe
Walk.
regularly walk a particular preserve, and they would just report
Communicate,
back
yeah.
things that they see. They don't have to do anything.
Right.
They just have to
That's
report
great.
back.
Trees down.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's something we might want to think about doing.
Absolutely.
We did create, Sue
Yeah.
Merrill did create a steward report.
Yeah, but this is actually just people who just walk the trail and just decide they want to.
Not members of the commission.
Yeah,
But just private citizens.
yeah.
Because we have an
So-
official form if you want to be called a steward of the property.
Right.
But we're just talking about reporting in on the conditions, which
Yeah.
is different.
And so maybe that's something Sue could do in her next article.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That she could talk about. Now, I know the last time we used the word Stewardship Saturday, someone on the Land Trust got very annoyed with us because she said it was what they called their Saturdays. So,
They trademarked that.
yeah, she got,
Oh my.
Oh
she said it
my.
would create confusion. And I'm like,
Well, one is a land trust stewardship Saturday, the other is a conservation
I
commission
know.
stewardship Saturday makes
I know,
not.
but
Yeah.
listen,
Did she offer an alternative thing to call it? Probably not.
no, and I said, that's ridiculous.
Yes.
So I was worried about
Why,
calling it.
yeah, why would it matter if there was
A
confusion? The
synonym for
stewardship
steward.
Saturday
Well,
is a
because a lot of
stewardship
people,
Saturday.
a lot of people get confused that is it town property, is it land trust property? They don't.
Well, what
Because to
difference
them
does
it doesn't matter. To them it really
Right.
doesn't matter
To
what
them it doesn't
property
matter,
it is.
yeah.
Who cares? If from
Yeah.
their point of view.
It's,
Yeah.
You know,
it's,
so they get confused, so we send them to the land trust, so we send them to the Conservation Commission. It's not a big deal. To them, it's just open space, right? It's a trail.
I mean, it's all for the same town,
I know.
same purpose.
But my point is, do we want to come up with another term for the trail monitor, because they'll get annoyed that we're using that term again.
Trail monitor. How about trail Komodo dragon?
How about,
Trail steward.
or trail reporter? They report on the condition of the trail.
Trail watcher.
Trail watch.
Trail.
Trail watch.
Trail mix.
Trail what?
Trail mix.
We're getting silly.
I like that.
8:39. I love it.
Cranberries.
Fantastic.
Would you like to be a cranberry? A
Granola bar.
squirrel. Squirrels watch the trails.
Trail sweeper.
Yeah.
Trail walker.
Eye on the trail.
Ooh.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
like
Eye on the
that.
trail. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. You looking
Sort of a
up
private
synonyms?
Not an official eye.
Auditor, advisor, counselor, director, guide,
Trail watch, like they have the neighborhood
supervisor,
watch.
overseer,
Uber.
watchdog.
Uber trails.
What's the old word that they used to use? Factotum? What about that one?
Frackatum?
Factotum.
I
That's
never
like
heard
a-
that.
Never heard
You've
of that.
never, or that's way old from England days.
How
Say
about
it again.
I like trail watch.
Can you
It's
spell
Latin.
it?
F-A-C.
Trail watch?
Factotum. F-A-C.
Or trail watcher? Trail.
I think
Yeah, but
watch
you
is
don't
an-
know
that
yeah,
word.
trail
It
watch.
reminds me of like the Scottish.
You know that word.
The watch.
Pretty
Watch.
Yeah.
He's a Brit.
They took Latin in high school.
But that's a good word.
Want to call them
Factotum.
trail
nobody
watch?
would
Factotum.
know.
I'm saying it wrong. Thank
Or a
you.
beetle.
Factotum.
It's another
Factotum.
old-fashioned word.
What's word?
A beetle.
A beetle?
In you know prep schools or whatever in England, somebody who would keep track of everything in the how many people were here, count the
B-E-A-D-L-E?
yeah B-E-A-D-L-E, a beetle,
A beetle?
and it has a naturalistic application as well. Trail beetle, but it's a old fashioned. It's archaic. So.
You
Yeah.
said prep
The
school
thing
and
is,
prefect popped into mind.
We
Prefect.
need it to be something that the average person would understand. I mean, as nice as
It's
it is
terrible
to
getting
be
old because
erudite,
you
we
like
have to be
I know.
practical.
you live in a different
I
era.
know.
I vote
People
trail
don't
watch.
appreciate it.
Trail watch.
I
Trail
appreciate
watch.
That's
it.
I
the-
like
the-
trail watch.
The
So
Trail watch?
simplest.
Okay.
So we'll
Whale
talk about
watch.
that.
Thank you.
We'll put that on
Whale,
the
did
agenda
you
for
say?
next
It
time.
rhymes with that, so
Gotta
that's
put
why
my
it's
name on
appealing.
that.
'cause it
Stop
rhymes.
putting that in an article, if you wanna be a trail watch. Okay,
Yeah,
I like that.
trail watcher.
Yeah, and then we'll have to they'll report into you,
Okay.
all right?
Yeah.
So, I wish we had a way they could report into the website. And
Yeah.
it could be directed to you, instead of giving out your email. Because that's what we're doing. See, the
Yeah.
Land Trust has its own website.
Yeah.
So we have a special email that comes in and automatically gets directed to Ralph Chappell.
CC doesn't have a.
Mm-mm.
No, we can't have anything sophisticated like that, but
Could just go to the town site and somehow be directed that
Land
way?
use.
Oh my gosh, who would do
no,
that?
land use
Oh, the
ventures,
town site
no.
is a wicked pain to navigate.
No, but they're coming out with a new
They
one.
are.
Oh.
They're working on a new one.
Is
Maybe we'll get some flexibility with the
it
new
info
one.
at? Like, are they gonna create like an info at?
Yeah, maybe we could do something like that. Well, I'll talk to Linda, see if there's something we could do with the new when we get the
Yeah.
new website. Maybe
What are you
there's-
afraid someone will send me a virus or something?
No, it's just I hate to give out your personal email.
Yeah. I don't get many.
Maybe you'd like
Oh,
more.
maybe you'll like it. You'll get a new friend. You'll get a new friend.
Barry's been waiting for this.
I know. I'm sorry, Bernie. I didn't want to take away your opportunity for new friends. Okay. Anything else?
The IB area, important bird area.
Yes. IBA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we know which properties?
Yes.
we have in that,
Do you want to look them up in the minutes?
Yes.
Well, when did we discuss that, Marilyn? That's gotta be what,
Oh, gosh.
November,
There was a
October?
handout showing.
It was, over the summer. It
I
was over the
searched
summer.
and I couldn't find a good map that like really laid out
They did do a map.
the
Yeah.
different.
Oh, yes, we have
Where?
a
They
map.
definitely did a map. Let's see if
I
I
think
can.
it's on this
Conservation
book.
Commission?
I got this
Town
book at
site?
the IWWC.
Oh, yeah, I
I
bet
think
that.
it's in here, I just
that-
haven't.
Is that
It's
over
in
by
the land of-
Sheepshead
I
Hollow?
bet it's
Is that
in
where that
your,
is?
plan of conservation and development.
I haven't got that page yet.
I think it's
Better
in there.
chap there.
I
He's
think,
gonna find it.
I think it's in
Maybe
there.
look
Is this
that.
Audubon, the IBA?
Audubon, yeah.
Yeah.
Over by Sheepshead Hollow is kind of up there?
No,
Yep.
it's a large area.
It's-
It's
but
called
it's-
the Lime Block.
Oh, yeah, it includes, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Lime
when I first
Forest
came here.
IBA, let's
Yeah.
see.
And it includes a little piece over by Sheepshead Hollow.
Sheepskin is in it?
Sheepskin Hollow?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
sheepskin is
It's
in
like-
it.
Yeah,
That's land trust property.
that's
Yeah,
land trust.
Yeah. Patch is in it.
Oh,
I feel like I was just looking at it.
Yeah, I can see it in my mind's eye and I don't remember where I put it.
Natural
Go on to-
diversity.
Important, wow, it's like half the town.
It is,
Yeah, it's
check
very
it.
large.
Yeah.
You did find it, okay.
So it's all the pink.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right, I'll look at this when I get home. That'll give me that's the best thing I
Oh,
can find.
yeah.
Would you like me to send you an email of the page, Bernie?
Hmm?
Would you like me to send you an email of the page that it's on?
No, but I
I
think
got it.
we have a map
45.
that shows all the properties too in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you worked on that. I
Yeah.
don't remember when we did that.
I have a map, I think, on my
And these
computer.
are IBAs too?
No,
No.
those are,
NDDBs,
NDDBs.
whatever those
Oh
are.
my God.
What are NDDBs?
it
Natural
explains it.
diversity
Oh.
database area.
Oh, there you go.
Uh,
This is online. This is on the town's website, Plan of Conservation and Development.
Okay.
I thought and usually in the pages
Wow.
preceding it
Yeah,
explains
look
what
that
those
up.
letters are.
Oh,
Oh,
it's right
yeah,
there.
it's got all
Turn
the,
it over.
yeah, you should, yeah,
Yeah,
it's on the,
definitely
it's
natural.
on the town's website.
I thought you were making that up.
No,
Did you want to see that some more? I thought we were done. Okay.
John, if you're gonna talk to Mr. Ventures, he can give you a copy of that.
Okay. Oh,
Have
yeah,
really?
you can get a hard copy.
Oh,
You can
good.
get a hard copy.
Or look online.
Yeah.
So it's gotta be like Petrel in those places, right?
Yeah, Patrol is part of it.
Petrel
I
and,
always wondered, and it appears that Chagru is on that,
yeah, I would think so.
because it goes all the way
'Cause
up
it goes
to
all the way up,
Colchester.
yeah.
This is
When did that
Lake
come out?
Hayward.
Yeah, so it's gotta be
Uh,
Chagru.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have
Yeah,
I have the
he
IBA, I
pulled
have
out
an
a
IBA
stack
map, I'll
of
send
them
it
at
to
the
you, that I did
IWWC
for the,
meeting.
yeah,
Bernie
okay.
was
And
asking about IBAs.
it looked like they had
Are
just
we adjourned?
Not
been
yet.
printed.
Yeah, pretty
I
good.
wondered if he had
Couple
just gotten them.
Are we off the record now?
Not
minute.
yet.
No,
Not yet?
You didn't say anything, so.
are we done?
No. Are we done? Anything else?
No.
Okay.
Motion to
Motion
adjourn?
to adjourn?
I'll move.
Second? Thank you for coming.
Okay.
Thank you for your, I'm gonna take a couple
If
moments.
anybody's interested, I just sort of a show and tell. I'm familiarizing myself with the area. So I ordered a number of these USGIS topos, and